What's up, design family, and welcome back to another episode of Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you back on the channel. On today's episode, we have part 2 of our fashion brand email marketing series. On the last episode, we discussed 5 of my favorite key tips that are intended to help your brand create effective email marketing campaigns to help you gain attention and results. On today's episode, I'll run you through 5 more tips that I definitely think you'll find useful. Also, if you haven't watched the last episode, no need to worry, relax, enjoy this episode. You're gonna learn a thing or two, and then when you have time, move on to part 1. These are in no particular order. Hey guys, and welcome to Fittdesign TV. So glad to have you here. On this channel, we discuss all things sports fashion, graphic design, manufacturing, and technology. We'll discuss key topics, answer pressing questions, and provide actionable steps on starting your own product line. If you're interested in any of the above topics, stick around. You're in for a good one. On the last episode, we discussed the importance of actually addressing your customers by their names in the emails, personalizing your responses and not overusing automated responses, using strong and attractive subject lines in your emails, and ultimately making sure that your emails were structured in a way that would never have them be perceived as spam, either by the email service provider of your customers or by the customers themselves. On today's episode, we have 5 other key tips that I definitely think you'll find useful. The first tip that you should definitely be following is that you should be continually optimizing and retesting your email marketing campaigns. Definitely do not assume that the first pass at a campaign is going to be perfect. It's most likely that you're going to be missing out on key details, or you're going to wrongfully predict the ways in which your actual customers are going to consume the email. So it's really good to evaluate your marketing metrics. Look at the open rate, look at how long people are spending on the email, and see potentially where you might have run wrong and try to get better for the next pass. Ultimately, the goal is not to have a perfect campaign. There's no such thing as perfection, but it is to achieve incremental improvements in the campaigns that you create. Number 2, avoid customers completely unsubscribing from your email list by providing them with step back options. So what does that mean? At the end of the day, regardless of how good your email campaigns are and how interesting they are, chances are you're going to have some people actually unsubscribe from your emailing list. At the end of the day, most of these customers are inundated on a day-to-day basis with a ton of promotional email marketing campaigns. So they're going to be exhausted by the sheer volume of emails they're receiving. You should definitely consider, instead of just allowing them to unsubscribe or prompting them to unsubscribe altogether, you could then potentially try to give them an option where they receive fewer emails from you and more targeted emails. That way, they're receiving emails that are more specific to them, and they're also not feeling overwhelmed by the sheer quantity and volume of emails that your brand may be actually sending. Number 3, make sure that your email campaigns are mobile friendly. It's going to come as no surprise that the majority of customers actually choose to engage with all forms of content via mobile devices. This number is growing every day, and because of that, you need to make sure that your email marketing campaigns are going to be optimized to automatically adjust to the customer's mobile device screen size, with zero loss to the coherence, quality, and quantity of the content in your email. Number 4, reduce the actual size of your emails. So when sending emails, make sure that you're optimizing the content provided. Sometimes large emails with heavy text and heavy videos and heavy links may actually end up having that email being flagged altogether, which is going to prevent it from being seen. So there's no point in sending it on email that's never going to get to the final customer. So definitely consider optimizing all of the media and the links that you actually send in the email. Try to embed your videos, try to include links where necessary, and make sure that the images that you're using are optimized for email marketing. Number 5, make sure to provide your different groups of customers with email marketing campaigns that are actually targeted towards their specific needs. So what does this mean? Most email service providers that actually provide email marketing abilities are going to be able to provide you with data or analytics regarding your customers. These can be things like how long they've been a member, what are their likes, their dislikes, their spending habits, so on and so forth. Use this data wisely and crucially to create targeted email campaigns that feel specific to your customers, and this is definitely going to be a way to hook them and to actually get them a lot more interested in what you have to say. Well, that is it. That is a wrap on this episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed these 5 quick fashion brand email marketing tips. And if you learned a thing or two from this episode, please consider smashing a massive thumbs up. It really does help us out. Also, if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We put out great content on a week-to-week basis every Wednesday and every Sunday, and haven't missed a beat in over 2 years. So we'd love to have you along for the ride. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Fittdesign TV. Until next week's episode, stay awesome.